हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्य सकलं परस्मै नारायणायति समर्पयामि। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते गोपीजनवल्लभाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। हरि ओम तत्सत्।
हरे कृष्णा माता जी। हरे कृष्णा डिवोटीज प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्णा डिवोटीज, हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा। Hare Krishna. We'll start with the prayers. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnana-Janashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaya Kada Mahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam. Namao Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami इति नामिने नामस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चाता देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे हरि हराय नमः कृष्णाय यादवाय नमः यादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः हरिहराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः यादवाय माधवाय गोविंदाय नमः श्री कृष्ण हरि बोल गोपाल हरि बोल राधा रमण गोविंद हरि बोल श्री कृष्ण हरि बोल गोपाल हरि बोल राधा रमण गोविंद हरि बोल जय राधा गोविंद राधे जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय पंचतत्वा पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल. So welcome you all. So today we'll be starting chapter number 16, the divine and the demonic nature. Okay, Hare Krishna. Who is going to start?
I can start, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chapter 16, text 1 to 3. Sri Bhagavanuvacha Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhir Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihi Danam Damascha Yagnascha Swadhyayastapa Arjavam Ahimsa Satyamakrodas Tyaga Shantirapaishunam Daya Bhuteshvaloluptvam Mardavam Hrirachapalam Tejaha Kshamadritish Shaucham Adroho Natimanita Bhavanti Sampadam Daivim Abhijatasya Bharata. Synonyms. Sri Bhagavanuvacha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Abhayam, fearlessness, Sattva Samshuddhir, purification of one's existence, Jnana, in knowledge, Yoga, of linking up, Vyavastitihi, the situation, Danam, charity, Damaha, controlling the mind, Cha, and Yagnaha, performance of sacrifice, Cha, and Swadhyaya, study of Vedic literature, Tapa, austerity, Arjavam, simplicity, Ahimsa, non-violence, Satyam, truthfulness, Akrodha, freedom from anger, Tyaga, renunciation, Shantihi, tranquility, Apaishunam, aversion to fault finding, daya, mercy, bhuteshu, towards all living entities, aloluptvam, freedom from greed, mardavam, gentleness, vrira, modesty, achapalam, determination, tejaha, vigor, kshama, forgiveness, dhritihi, fortitude, shaucham, cleanliness, adroha, freedom from envy, na, not, atimanita, expectation of honor, bhavanti are sampadam, the qualities, daiveen, the transcendental nature, abhijatasya, of one who is born of Bharata, O son of Bharata. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada, Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. Purport: In the beginning of the 15th chapter, the banyan tree of this material world was explained. The extra roots coming out of it were compared to the activities of the living entities, some auspicious, some inauspicious. In the ninth chapter, also the Devas or godly and the Asuras, the ungodly or demons, were explained. Now, according to Vedic rites, activities in the mode of goodness are considered auspicious for progress on the path of liberation, and such activities are known as Daivi Prakriti, transcendental by nature. Those who are situated in the transcendental nature makes make progress on the path of liberation. For those who are acting in the modes of passion and ignorance, on the other hand, there is no possibility of liberation. Either they will have to remain in this material world as human beings, or they will descend among the species of animals or even lower life forms. In the 16th chapter, the Lord explains both the transcendental nature and its attendant qualities and the demonic nature and its qualities. He also explains the advantages and disadvantages of these qualities.
Hare
The word
Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. We'll ask other devotee to read the next.
Yeah, okay, Mataji. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna
you.
Mataji.
Yes,
Om
Prabhu.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The word Abhijatasya is in reference to one born of transcendental quality or godly tendency is very significant. To beget a child in a godly atmosphere is known in the Vedic scripture as Garbhadhana Samskara. If the parent want to a child in godly qualities, they should follow the 10 principal recommendation for the social life of the human beings. In Bhagavad Gita, we have studied also before that sex life for begetting a good child is Krishna himself. Sex life is not condemned, provided the process is used in Krishna consciousness. Those who are in Krishna consciousness at least should not beget children like cats and dogs, but should beget them so that they may become Krishna conscious after birth. That should be the advantage of child born of father and mother observed in Krishna consciousness. The social institution known as Varnashrama Dharma, the institution dividing society into four divisions of social life and four occupational divisions or caste, is not meant divide human socially according to birth. Such division are in terms of educational quality. There they are to keep the society in a state of peace and prosperity. The qualities mentioned herein are explained as transcendental quality meant for making a person progress in spiritual understanding so that he can get liberated from the material world. In the Varnashrama institution, the sannyasis or the person in the renounced order of life is considered to be the head of the spiritual master of all social status and order. A Brahmana is considered to be the spiritual master of the three other sections of a society, namely the Kshatriya, Vaishyas, and Sudras. But a sannyasi who is on a top of the institution is considered to be the spiritual master of the Brahmanas. Also, for a sannyasi, the first qualification should be fearlessness, because a sannyasi has to be alone without any support or guarantee of support. He has simply to depend on the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one think after I have my connection, who will protect me? He should not accept the renounced order of life. One must be fully convinced that Krishna, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his localized aspect as Paramatma, is always within, that he is seeing everything, and he always know that one intends to do. One must thus have firm conviction that Krishna, as Paramatma, will take care of a soul surrendered to him. I shall never be alone, one should think. Even if I live in the darkest region of a forest, I shall be accompanied by Krishna, and he will give me all protection. That conviction is called abhayam, fearlessness. This state of mind is necessary for a person in the renounced order of life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah, next devotee.
Uh,
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Then he has to purify his existence. There are so many rules and regulations to be followed in the renounced order of life. Most important of all, a sannyasi is strictly forbidden to have any intimate relationship with a woman. He is even forbidden to talk with a woman in a secluded place. Lord Chaitanya was an ideal sannyasi, and when he was at Puri, his feminine devotees could not even come near to offer their respects. They were advised to bow down from a distant place. This is not a sign of hatred for women as a class, but it is a stricture imposed on the sannyasi not to have close connections with women. One has to follow the rules and regulations of a particular status of life in order to purify his existence. For a sannyasi, intimate relations with women and possession of wealth for sense gratification are strictly forbidden. The ideal sannyasi was Lord Chaitanya himself, and we can learn from his life that he was very strict in regards to women. Although he is considered to be the most liberal incarnation of Godhead, accepting the most fallen conditioned souls, he strictly followed the rules and regulations of the sannyasa order of life in connection with association with women. One of his personal associates, namely Chota Haridas, was associated with Lord Chaitanya, along with his other confidential personal associates. But somehow or other, this Chota Haridas looked lustily on a young woman, and Lord Chaitanya was so strict that he at once rejected him from the society of his personal associates. Lord Chaitanya said, for a sannyasi or anyone who is aspiring to get out of the clutches of material nature and trying to elevate himself to the spiritual nature and go back home, back to Godhead, for him, looking toward material possessions and women for sense gratification, not even enjoying them, but just looking toward them with such a propensity is so condemned that he had better commit suicide before experiencing such illicit desires. So these are the process for purification. Shall
Yes,
I?
Mother. Yeah.
The next item is Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti, being engaged in the cultivation of knowledge. Sannyasi life is meant for distributing knowledge to the householders and others who have forgotten their real life of spiritual advancement. A sannyasi is supposed to beg from door to door for his livelihood, but this does not mean that he is a beggar. Humility is also one of the qualifications of a transcendentally situated person, and out of sheer humility, the sannyasi goes from door to door, not exactly for the purpose of begging, but to see the householders and awaken them to Krishna consciousness. This is the duty of the sannyasi. If he is actually advanced and so ordered by his spiritual master, he should preach Krishna consciousness with logic and understanding. And if one is not so advanced, he should not accept the renounced order of life. But even if one has accepted the renounced order of life without sufficient knowledge, he should engage himself fully in hearing from a bona fide spiritual master to cultivate knowledge. A sannyasi or one in the renounced order of life must be situated in fearlessness, sattva samshuddhi, purity, and jnana yoga, knowledge. The next item is charity. Charity is meant for the householders. The householders should earn a livelihood by an honorable means and spend 50% of their income to propagate Krishna consciousness all over the world. Thus, a householder should give in charity to institutional societies that are engaged in that way. Charity should be given to the right receiver. There are different kinds of charity, as will be explained later. Charity in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Charity in the mode of goodness is recommended by the scriptures, but charity in the mode of passion and ignorance is not recommended because it is simply a waste of money. Charity should be given only to propagate Krishna consciousness all over the world. That is the charity in the mode of goodness. Then, as far as Dhamma, self
Hare
control, is
Krishna.
concerned.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes,
We'll
yes,
ask
ma'am.
next devotee to read.
Yes, yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. As
Then
far
as
as
far
Hmm.
no, yes, okay. Then as far as Dhamma, self-control is concerned, it is not only meant for others orders of religious society, but is especially meant for the householders. Although he has a wife, a householder should not use his senses for sex life unnecessarily. There are restrictions for the householders even in sex life, which should only be engaged in for the propagation of children. If he does not require children, he should not enjoy sex life with his wife. Modern society enjoys sex life with contraceptive methods are more abominable methods to avoid the responsibility of children. This is not in the transcendental quality, but is demonic. If anyone, even if he is a householder, wants to make progress in spiritual life, he must control his sex life and should not beget a child without the purpose of serving Krishna. If he is able to beget children who will be in Krishna consciousness, one can produce hundreds of children. But without this capacity, one should not indulge in only for sense pleasure. Can I continue, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Sacrifice is another item to be performed by the householders because sacrifice require a large amount of money. Sacrifices require a large amount of money. So those in the other orders of life, namely brahmacharya, vanaprastha and sannyasa, have no money. They live by begging. So performance of different types of sacrifice is meant for the householders. They should perform agnihotra sacrifices as enjoined in the Vedic literature, but such sacrifices at the present moment are very expensive, and it is not possible for any householder to perform them. The best sacrifice recommended in this age is called Sankirtana Yajna. This Sankirtana Yajna is the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is the best and most inexpensive sacrifice. Everyone can adopt it and derive benefit. So these three items, namely charity, sense control, and performance of sacrifice, are meant for a householder. Then Swadhyaya, Vedic study, is meant for the Brahmacharya. Our students as Brahmacharis should have no connection with women. They should live a life of celibacy and engage the mind in the study of Vedic literature for cultivation of spiritual knowledge. This is called Swadhyaya. So can I continue, Mother? Tapas
Yes,
or
Tapas, you can continue. Yes.
austerity is especially meant for the retired life. One should not remain a householder throughout his whole life. He must always remember that there are four divisions of life: Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. So after Grihastha, householder life, one should retire. If one lives, if one lives for 100 years, he should spend 25 years in the student life, 25 years householder life, and 25 years in retired life, and 25 years 25 in the renounced order of life. These are the regulations of the Vedic religious discipline. A man retired from household life must practice austerities of the body, mind, and tongue. That is the tapasya. The entire Varnashrama Dharma society is meant for the tapasya. Without tapasya or austerity, no human being can get liberation. The theory but there is no need of austerity in life that can go on speculating and everything will be nice. Is recommended neither in the Vedic literature nor in the Bhagavad Gita. Such theories are manufactured by so spiritualists. Spiritualists who are trying to gather more followers. If there are restrictions, rules, regulations, people will not become attracted. Therefore, those who want followers in the name of religion just to have a show only. Don't restrict the lives of their students, not their own lives. But that method is not approved by the Vedas. As far as the Brahmanical quality of simplicity is concerned, not only should a particular order of life follow this principle, but every member be he in the Brahmacharya ashrama, Grihastha ashrama, Vanaprastha ashrama, or Sannyasa ashrama. One should be very simple and straightforward.
Hare Krishna. We'll
Hare
take a
Krishna.
break here.
Yes.
We will revise what we have read till now, okay? Before we proceed, otherwise we'll forget. Yeah. So whatever is described in the translation, thus here Lord is describing about the good qualities of the devotees, okay? And to begin with, a brief introduction about the chapter 15, what we have read yesterday and last week. As whatever the mode one is in, they will attain the similar life, isn't it? If they are passionate enough, they will be reborn as a humans. If they are spiritually getting advanced, they'll go to the higher planets. But if they are degrading, they will be born among the lower animals and they'll go to the lower planets. Okay. So this particular chapter describes about the Lord's transcendental nature and its attendant qualities and the demonic qualities as well. Okay. So, yeah. To start with, the word abhijatasya, which is born of a transcendental quality of a godly tendency, which is very significant. Okay. And this start with the Garbhadana Samskaram. The parents, that means a couple who is married, and if they wanted to be a parent, they have to follow this Garbhadana Samskara, have a regulated life, and the union between the couple is only for begetting the good child who is Krishna conscious. Okay, so they should not have a union among themselves to beget a child just like any otherwise it will be like you are begetting a child like a cats and a dog. Okay. Next comes the Varnashrama Dharma. Yeah, Varnashrama Dharma, again we have 4 divisions. What are these 4? Hare Krishna. Varnas, 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
4 ashramas, brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa. 4
Varnas
are brahmanas, kshatriyas, vaishyas, sudras.
Yeah.
Again,
So,
it's divided by 3 modes of material nature.
yeah. Yes, Prabhu. So such divisions are in terms of educational qualification. They are just 2 division of work, like in a home, father go and earns money, mother will take care of the household thing. In an office, we have a different staff working in a different environment, isn't it? It's a teamwork. Just to, if you have a division of work, it becomes easier to work on that particular aspect. So on that basis, the Varnashrama Dharma is been built. And in particular to sannyas ashrama, that is a renounce order of life. Okay, that means he is considered to be the head of spiritual of all the status of the order. Okay, because he is not having any attachment, and as far as sannyasi, fearlessness is the first and foremost quality, and he depends only on Krishna for his survival, and all his energies are endowed to make him, what do you say, what is it? All his energies are engaged in serving the Lord. So he left everything to the Lord. So living at the mercy of the Lord. So such a type of surrenderness is for sure going to be under the protection of the God. And such a faith is said to be the fearlessness. Okay. Next, certain rules and restrictions are there for these sannyas ashrama. So strictly they are forbidden not to have any intimate relationship with any women. They have to treat all women as a mother, and never try to talk to them in a secluded place. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is a Gupta avatar of Lord Krishna, is very much strict about this with regard to the women. And Chota Haridasa is one devotee who was in a close associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Once he had, what do you say, lustily desired towards another young woman. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know about it, despite his all spiritual progress and devotedness, all his sadhana and all, he has removed him from his associate, and ultimately he has left his material body by committing the suicide. So once one is decided to be in sannyas ashrama, it should be very strict, and they should refrain from all such desires. Okay, because the sannyas ashrama is meant for, what do you say, distributing the knowledge to the householders who have forgotten their real connection with the God, and they have to go from door to door for livelihood. And yeah, humility is one of the qualifications of the transcendentally situated person. Okay, but he will benefit the householders by going and teaching them the Krishna consciousness. That's the duty of the sannyasi. Okay. A sannyasi or one in the renounced order of life must be situated in fearlessness. As I told you, he's totally surrendered unto Lord and the mercy of the Lord, and purity and knowledge. Next is the charity. This comes with the for the householders, because householders, they have certain Lakshmi to sustain themselves as well as the family members. They are the source of incomes to the sannyasis, and they should give certain amount to the either the scriptures or maintenance of the temple or some religious activities. So such a charity is said to be the mode of a goodness. Next comes the self-control. Okay, self-control comes by what? Hare Krishna. Which is the first and foremost things which will have a self-control?
Dhamma. It's called Dama, self-control,
Tongue.
mind.
Taste on tongue we should have control.
Yes, yes. Having the Krishna Prasadam is one thing which will have a control over your tongue and help you to regulate your spiritual life. Okay. Next is the sacrifice. Okay. Sacrifice is another performed by the householder again, but requires a large amount of the money. Okay. Those in the order of life, namely Brahmacharya, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa, they are dependent on the Grahasthas. Okay. So, and they should support them by giving the regular donations. Okay. Next is the Swadhyaya, Vedic study, which is meant for Brahmacharya, as well as for all the devotees, I can say. They have to maintain strict celibacy and engage the mind in the study of the Vedic literature for cultivation of spiritual knowledge. This is called as a Swadhyaya. Okay. Next comes the Tapas. Again, it is meant for the retired life. Okay. Vanaprastha. One should remain a householder throughout his whole life, but he remembered there are 4 divisions. As per that, one should take the Vanaprastha once he is elder, and devote certain time to read the Vedic literature and follow the regulative principles, and spend the rest of the life thinking about the Lord and involving the service of the Lord. Okay. As far as the Brahmanical quality of simplicity is concerned, not only should a particular order of life should follow this principle, but every member in the Brahmacharya ashrama, whether it's a Grahastha ashrama or Vanaprastha ashrama, Sannyas ashrama, should follow the simple and simplicity. Okay. One should be very simple and straightforward. So next comes the Ahimsa. Hare Krishna, who wanted to read this, sorry.
Hare Krishna, may I, Mataji? No.
I think we'll ask the devotees who haven't read till now.
Okay.
Arunaksha Prabhu, Sneha Shruti Mataji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes,
I'm
Prabhu.
actually driving. I'll stop the car somewhere and I'll read. Give me some.
Okay, Prabhu. When you are free, you can say. We'll ask other devotee to read. Meanwhile.
Mataji, we can recite Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Ahimsa means not arresting the progressive life of any living entity. One should not think that since the spirit spark is never killed even after the killing of the body, there is no harm in killing animals for sense gratification. People are now addicted to eating animals in spite of having an ample supply of grains, fruits, and milk. There is no necessity for animal killing. This injunction is for everyone. When there is no alternative, one may kill an animal, but it should be offered in sacrifice. At, at any rate, when there is an ample food supply for humanity, persons who are desiring to make advancement in spiritual realization should not commit violence to animals. Real ahimsa means not checking anyone's progressive life. The animals are also making progress in their evolutionary life by transmigrating from one category of animal life to another. If a particular animal is killed, then his progress is checked. If an animal is staying in a particular body for so many days or so many years and is untimely killed, then he has to come again after in that form of his life to complete the remaining days in order to be promoted to another species of life. So their progress should not be checked simply to satisfy one's palate. This is called ahimsa.
Next, Mataji, Satyam.
Satyam. Satyam. This word means that one should not distort the truth for some personal interest. In Vedic literature, there are some difficult passages, but the meaning or the purpose should be learned from a bona fide spiritual master. That is the process for understanding the Vedas. Shruti means that one should hear from the authority. One should not construe some interpretation for his personal interest. There are so many commentaries on Bhagavad Gita that misinterpret the original text. The real import of the word should be presented, and that should be learned from a bona fide spiritual master.
Yes, Mataji. Next, Akroda also.
Okay, shall I continue, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Akrodha means to check anger. If there is provocation, one should be tolerant, for once one becomes angry, his whole body becomes polluted. Anger is a product of the mode of passion and lust. So one who is transcendentally situated should check himself from anger. Apaishunam means that one should not find fault with others or correct them unnecessarily. Of course, to call a thief is not fault finding, but to call an honest person a thief is very much offensive for one who is making advancement in spiritual life. Very means that one should be very modest, must not perform some act which is abominable. Achapalam, determination means that one should not be agitated or frustrated in some attempt. There may be failure in some attempt, but one should not be sorry for that. He should make progress with patience and determination.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yeah, any other devotee wanted to recite next?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
The word Tejas used here is meant for the Kshatriya. The Kshatriya should always very strong to be able to give protection to the weak. They should not pose themselves as non-violent. If violence is required, they must exhibit it. But a person who is able to curb down his enemy may, under certain conditions, show forgiveness. He may excuse minor offenses. Saucham. Saucham means cleanliness, not only in mind and body, but one's dealing also. It is especially meant for the mercantile people who should not deal in the black market. Nati manita, nati manita, not expecting honor, applies to the Shudras, the worker class, which are considered, according to Vedic injunction, to be the lowest of the four classes. They should not be puffed up with unnecessary prestige or honor and should remain in their own status. It is the duty of Shudras to offer respect to the higher class for the upkeeping of the social order. All these 26 qualities mentioned are transcendental qualities. They should be cultivated according to the different status of social and occupational order. The purport is that even though material conditions are miserable, if these qualities are developed by practice by class of men, then gradually it is possible to rise to the highest platform of transcendental realization. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we are near Ahimsa, right?
Ahimsa.
Yeah,
Teja.
Ahimsa means, not arresting the progressive life of any living entity. One should think that the spirit is never killed. Yeah. So even harming others is said to be an Ahimsa, not only killing an animal, because when being a vegetarian and having a adequate supply of your grain, fruits and milk, there is no purpose of animal killing. This is for everyone. Okay. At the same time, if you are an animal is killed, we are just simply putting a check on its progress. Again, it has to come back to that body to complete its cycle. So just for one's own personal satisfaction, we cannot trouble that. So that is one part. Ahimsa itself means like having a soft spoken words, not hurting others. Your voice should not be a concern to the other people. Okay. Next is the Satyam again. Satyam means the truth. Okay, unbiased truth. There should not be any duality. Okay. In the Vedic literature, there are some difficult passages, but you should be able to tell the truth despite the consequences. Okay. One should not construe some interpretation for his personal interest. So the real import of the word should be presented, and it should be learned from the bona fide spiritual master. So we should speak only the truth, and try to be truthful in all the dealings. There should not be any duality in this. Next, akroda, that means to check the anger. Even if a slightest provocation, one should be tolerant, because anger is about the other person. Okay, it's not about us. We should not trouble us for the mistake of others. So we should be very careful. We should have a control over our anger, even if somebody provokes you without any mistake. So that is having a self-control means a person is making an advancement in spiritual life. And the word Hri means that one should be very modest and should not perform the act which is abominable. Okay. Next comes Achapalam, that is with a determination. One should not get agitated or frustrated by anything, because ultimately everything is arranged by Krishna. We should forget or forgo all those things, overcome that, and make a progress with a patience and determinations. Next word is the Tejas, which is especially meant for Kshatriyas. They are strong enough to protect the community. And whenever required, they have to curb the enemy in a certain conditions. And they have to be violent when required, but rest of the time they can be non-violent. Next comes the Saucham, is the cleanliness, internal and external cleanliness. Internal is chanting, recitation, listening, and having the Krishna Prasadam, using your the body as a vehicle to serve the Lord. So these are for the internal cleanliness. External cleanliness is your eyes, when they are involved in these services, automatically they are trained to see the good in others and in the society. So likewise, your external world also becomes clean. Okay. Of course, this includes also the regular bathing and all those things. But apart from that, on a philosophical point of view, the clean within is clean outside. Okay. All these 26 qualifications mentioned are transcendental qualities. They should be cultivated according to different state of the social and occupational order. Okay. So whatever may be the situation, if they have the above qualities, then surely they will gradually, it is possible to rise to the highest platform of the transcendental realization. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Shall we do one more and close for today? Yeah. Hare Krishna. Who wanted to recite this?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Text 4.
Yes, Prabhu.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dambo darpo abhimanascha krodha paurusham evacha Ajnanam cha abhijatasya partha sampadam asurim. Dambaha, pride, darpa, arrogance, abhimanas cha, conceit cha, and krodha, anger, paurusham, harshness, eva, certainly, cha, and ajnanam, ignorance cha, and abhijatasya, of one who is born of Partha, O son of Partha. Sampadam, the qualities. Asurim, of demonic nature, transcendental and purported by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, O son of Partha.
Prita.
Pritha. Yeah, Pritha. Sometimes Partha, sometimes Pritha. Okay.
Partha is what? Anybody devotees?
Partha is Arjuna and Pritha is Arjun's mom.
Yeah.
Yes,
In this
Prabhu.
verse, royal road to hell is described. The demonic want to make a show of religion and advancement in spiritual, social, although they do not follow the principle. They are always arrogant or proud in possessing some type of education or so much wealth they desire to be worshipped by others and demand respectability, although they do not command respect or terrifies. They become very angry and speak harshly, not gently. They do not know what should be done, what should not be done. They do everything whimsically according to their own desire and they do not recognize and authority. These demonic qualities are taken on by them from the beginning of their bodies in the womb of their mother. And they grow, they manifest, and all these inauspicious qualities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we have learnt about the good qualities in the first three shlokas. So in the fourth shloka, they're saying about the demonic qualities, the pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, ignorance. These qualities belong to those of the demonic nature, O son of a Pritham. Okay. So you can see the words used is the royal road to the hell is described. Okay. How if we are entrapped with all these things, it will lead to degradation. Okay. The demonic want to show a show of religion and advancement in a spiritual science, and although they do not follow any principles, only show off what you have, fake things and all what you come across in day-to-day life fit into this character, into this category, and they're always arrogant or proud and possessing some time of education or some wealth and all those things. They desire to be worshipped by others and demand respectability. Okay. Although they do not command respect, over trifles, they become very angry and speak very harshly, but not gently. And they do not know what should be done, what should not be done. They do everything as per their wish and will, according to their own desires. They don't recognize any authority. These demonic qualities are taken from them from the beginning of the bodies of the wombs of their mothers, because they don't have the proper Karpadana samskara. Okay. And it will grow as with them, and all these inauspicious qualities also grows with them. So can somebody share an example from the Shastra who perfectly fit into this?
For what?
Example, Prabhu.
Oh, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, for example, because
Yes.
they're untimingly they met with Aditi and Aditi. So Aditi and Kashyapa Rishi, and in the evening time, so Rishi was denied Of course, she was not followed his words, and then it happened. Then they become. We know there are great devotees of Lord, but however they become demonic daityas,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, very nice. Okay, so we'll end till now. Tomorrow we'll continue from text 5 onwards. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Vanchakapatirupaschya kripasindhubhayascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Thank you, co-host and
Mamataji,
participants, for
I
your
have
act.
two requests to you.
Yes, Prabhu.
One, you are always saying the end of the meeting. Did you stop the live?